Hello. This is a requested video. I recently received a flat rack attack from somebody, and these butterflies were on the envelope, and I said I was going to make them into embellishments, and somebody asked me if I would do a video on doing that. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, so what I like to do is first I like to turn it over and make sure there's nothing stuck on the back, which there isn't. And then I like to use my glue stick, and I like to put more sticky stuff on it. So, and this might be easier to do it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. And then I'm going to fold it back on itself. And then I'll put glue on it. That I think will be easier that way. Let's use a piece of that paper. That's a good idea. Stick that on the side so it doesn't goop up the rest of that white cardstock that I'm putting it on. All right, so I'm just going to fold it back on itself, and I'm just going to rub some glue on this. And that's just because with washi tape, it's made so that it's removable. So it's very low tack. So if you want it to be permanent, you need to put some glue on the back of it. All right. There, so that's stuck down pretty darn good now. So now we just have to pull up this one and do the other side. There. Put this underneath there. And then let's go ahead and do this side. And I mainly need it where the butterflies are, because that's where I'm gonna cut them out. There. I'm using my bone folder to really get it burnished onto the cardstock. All right. There, then we can put that away. So now, I just want to trim the edge off here. I can put that piece back up on my shelf. And this piece, may as well go ahead and cut them out. Now we've got 6 butterflies. So you can either leave them like this, or you can do what I'm going to do and go ahead and fussy cut them out. And when I'm fussy cutting them out, then if they have long antennas like this or long skinny legs, then I'm just going to cut around it like this. And I'm not going to cut in here until I'm ready to use them, because otherwise they start getting all bent up and they can get ruined. And they're too pretty to get ruined. And see, and there's the rest of the body down here and a little leg up there, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut straight across to that leg. And then I'll save that to finish cutting out later on. And that's the same with these 2 antennas. I'm just going to cut up and around. Just like that, but I will cut out most of the rest. And this is a great way to use up your white scraps, because that shows off the colors in the washi tape the best is a white cardstock. So this is a perfect white scrap tip. There. So see how I'm leaving a little space going around. It really amazes me how many colors and patterns are on butterflies. They're so beautiful. That's like flowers too. There's so many colors and so many different scents to them. It just amazes me. Almost done. One more. But out of that one little strip, then I'll have 5 butterflies to play with now. That's why when I'm buying washi tape myself, then I look for washi tapes with words on it or butterflies or animals, because this is what I like to do with them, is put it on white cardstock and cut them out and then use them as images for cards or tags or whatever I'm going to use it with. All right, perfect. So that's what I mean by turning them into little embellishments. So now I can take these and I can actually make an embellishment out of them. So let's do that. I'll do one for you. All right, so I've got these. I could use those, or those are kind of big, but I can certainly use these. Let's do one of those and one of these. Ooh, there's a white one. I could put a white one on front. Oops, oh, that one's got a piece missing. Okay, I'm not going to put a white one on the front, but I can do a different color. Ooh, here's a gray polka dot. That'll be pretty. Nice. On a brown. I wonder if I should put that on a big white one then. Although I kind of like that. I think that one would be really good with this one. Oh, yes. All right, we're going to do that. So now you can see I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this out, because I am going to go ahead and use this. There. All right. So now I've got a couple options. I can either leave it flat and put it down, or I can fold it up in the center like this, and then glue down just the middle and put 3D dots behind, so this will stand up like this on there. I could use a bone folder and round the wings off. That might be fun. Or I could turn it over on a mat and you can actually really burnish it, so that way they puff up a little bit. So I think with this one, I'm going to just curl them. So I'm going to use my bone folder and just kind of holding the middle real tight, because you don't want to yank the, because I am actually really pulling on this, but I'm using my thumb and I'm going like this. So I'm putting the paper between, and then I'm pulling the paper in between my thumb and the bone folder, and see how that curled it around? And then I'm going to do the same thing, but keeping the paper up against my thumb, and while I'm running this along the back of it, because what's happening is I'm breaking the fibers down in that cardstock. So now, isn't that cool? And then to keep it up, then just put a little foam dot behind each wing. And then to glue it down, I'll put a little bit of glue in the middle and a little bit of glue along the edges, so that way the tips of the butterfly will be glued down, the body will be glued down, and then the middle will be held up by a 3D foam. All right, so I wanted to use this, but this is not very sturdy, so I'm going to need a circle to go behind here. So first, let me get this together, because I do like these two colors together. All right, and then let's go ahead and burnish that together really good. All right, now I want a circle punch to go behind there. Up here, or that'll fit. Yep, hexagon, I pulled that out first, so we'll use that. Alrighty, so I need a piece of cardstock. That'll work. There. And then we're just going to glue this right behind here, because I need something sturdy. Oh, those silly strings. All right, now it's a lot more sturdy, so that's good. Okay, so now I need to put the little 3D dots behind there. And I want to put the ones in those. These are the little ones. Oh, you know what? I can use this weird stuff. Where did I had a couple cut right here. This stuff is so high and so thick, but it's perfect for this. That's perfect. All right. Minus the cat hairs, of course. That is really cool. All right, then I'm going to squeeze it together. There. Now I need to put the glue right on the body. So I'm going to use my tacky glue and put that on. And then I need to put some glue on the foam. And then I've got a little bit of foam hanging over here, so I want to trim that off. Not the butterfly, just the foam. All right. And then I want a little bit of glue on the tips of this, on the edge here. Just so that if it is touching, it'll glue down for me. All right, so now we can go ahead and put this down. And then I can use this to press that middle of that butterfly down, because I want the middle of the butterfly to be adhered really well. That's cool. All right, now what I'm going to do, oh, that's really nifty. Will that fit? No, that's not thin enough. All right, this will fit. That'll work. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here and let this rest. And while that's resting, put it that way there. While that's drying on there, then I'm going to get by my little tiny little dots. Oh, let's see. Bling, 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 bling. That'll work. And you know what? I'm thinking maybe either silver, yellow. What do I have in here? Oh, that's just plain silver. That would work. Oh, the little tiny flowers. Is that big enough? I could do that. I don't think that would take away either. I think I'm going to do that. That would be fun. And these are all just fingernail gems, and I've got them all off of Amazon. So if you're wondering what these are, that's what they are, fingernail gems. All right, and the idea is I want to, every single little scallop, I want to put something there. You know what? This might be too big. I'm going to have to look at it. All right, let me get a little dish. Where did I those empty dishes. They were in my scrap box. Over here, okay. There. All the colors have mixed in together, but that's okay. I want to get one and lay it down and see how it's going to work. And this is a gem picker-upper. It's a nail gem picker-upper for flat back nail gems. So that's what it's called. And I do have this attached to a direct link for this itself in the comments, or in the description rather. So I want to look at this and see. Whoops, come on. Whoops, I need to clean it off. If you touch it, because it's just wax, if you touch it, the greases from your skin will get on it, and then it doesn't work, so you just got to wipe it off. Come on, turn over. 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 It doesn't want to turn over. All right, there it goes. I think that will. All right, I'm going to do that. That's going to be so cute. All right, so I need my little tiny glue. This is going to be so adorable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do 6 at a time, I guess, or at least this time I will. That is so perfect. And I'll lift it up and show you in just a moment. That's really cute. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. That is really pretty. Okay, let me do some more. I love it. That was a big dollop of glue there. All right, I need to take some of that off. Here, let me just take the whole thing off. And then, oh gosh, no wonder why. There. All righty, now. There, that's better. That is so cute. I just love little tiny little dainty things. I just think that's so fun. Growing up, I loved the little tiny tea sets, the little china tea sets. And I would sit there for hours and hours and hours and play with them. And I would make tea for my brothers and for my little baby sister. And for my baby dolls. Yep, whoops. There. There, that's better. Now we can finish. That looks so pretty. So did you have a little tea set? Probably aging myself, but I don't mind at all. That's something I've never really cared about. Who cares what my age is? It just doesn't bother me at all. I remember when my brother turned 30, who's 2 years older than me, my older brother, then he was freaking out. So when the year I turned 30, then he called me because he was so concerned for me because he thought I was just going to be losing it. And I was like, no, why? I'm doing just fine. And he was like, you sure? You sure? You really okay? And I said, yeah. He's, man, I was freaking out. But maybe it's different for guys. I don't know. I just remember when the year I turned 30, and I saw my friend up on the stage with the little kids from church. She had her class up on the stage at church, and I looked at her and I thought, oh, Lily looks so mature. She looks so grown up, and she's just a year older than me. But it was so fun to see her up there, and I thought, wow, she looks so mature. And I thought, hey, do I look mature? So of course I had to go home and look in the mirror at myself to see if I looked mature or not. And I realized I did. I was not a little girl anymore. Which I knew that anyways, because I already had 2 kids, so my 2 daughters. But that was kind of fun. This is pretty. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, now to pick this up without messing it up. There, wait till you see this. Isn't that pretty? And see how high that butterfly's picked up? Those wings? That's pretty cool, but the body's all the way down there, so it looks like it's really going to town, flying away. And those little tiny flower gems, aren't they adorable? That's so dainty and so elegant looking, I think. So there you go. Thank you so much for the request. This was a fun thing to make and put together. So now you know what I do, what I actually mean when I say I'm gonna fussy cut those apart and make them into embellishments. This is the type of stuff that I do with them. So, and I'll probably do the same exact thing with the other ones, because that came out really, really pretty. So I hope you like this idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.